This is your host, Jason Snellgrove, and I will be your guide as we journey down the road to pleasure hunt or hitting the long trail to those great comp hunts. This is the Coonhound Collective. Alright, we are back. I finally got all the dust blowed out of this thing and got it up and going. I appreciate all of the feedback from Facebook today. I posted this today, asking who you want to hear from, and as of right now, there's 54 comments on there, and I have got numerous texts and messages, and I will do my very best to try to get back with everybody. I've already talked to a couple of guys, trying to get interviews lined up to get them set down and interviewed. It's just logistics of getting it done, but we are back up and going. I don't know that it will be every week to start with. You may get this one, and then it may be 2 weeks before we do another one. I do have a guest tonight, and I'll be introducing her here in a little bit. But to start with, I'm going to just kind of do some catch-up. It's been a while. I went back and looked today, and the last podcast we done was wrapping up the great dog food debate, and talked a little bit about flea and tick, and it was about this time last year. And life just got busy, work got busy, and it's still busy, but this is something I've been procrastinating, putting off to do, and I really enjoy doing it, and I want to do my very best to do it to the best of my ability. And it takes a lot of work to put these things together and edit it, and I'm not making excuses like I'm making an excuse for a dog that don't do good. It's a lot of work, and I want to make sure they're done right. So I appreciate everybody from the past year that has sent me messages, text me, called me, asking me when another podcast was going to be out. Brandon Gaines have been patiently waiting, he said. So here you go, Brandon. This is, I believe this is episode 91. And guys, I really appreciate everybody that even through this last year, I guess y'all went back and re-listened, or maybe there's some new listeners that have found the podcast and have listened to some of the older episodes. And then I may sprinkle an old episode in between on the off weeks to, kind of update those so new people can listen to those, or you can go back through the deal and find them. But I just want to say thank you for all the support that people have reached out and given me and messaged me and talked to me about this. It's just been really overwhelming, and this is something that I really want to do, and so we're gonna do our best to try to keep it up and going. Like I said, this may start off bi-weekly till we can kind of get up and running, get some interviews done, get some interviews banked and edited. It's quite a bit of work when you're editing yourself. But so dogs. Big Money's not with me tonight at all, and the dogs that I still have Angel, which last year we raised a litter of puppies off of, and we're going to talk about that here shortly. I have a half sister to her named Cleo, and then I have a half brother to them that's the Steven Special Spec that we have, that I'm actually getting ready to put him in a puppy pen for 30 days and try to get him a head start here. I got high hopes for him. So, but last year Brett took Angel to the Winter Classic, as most know, and won Friday and Saturday night down there. And I decided I was going to breed her, and I did. And she had 12 puppies, and one of them passed the day that she had them. And so she raised 11. And she come off Puppies, and I had the wild idea that, oh, you have 2 plus point cast wins at Winter Classic, so we're going to run for the Triple Crown. Well, little too late to try to get a dog in shape and try to get it qualified that quick. She come off Puppies in July, I think, middle to the end of July. And there was only like 1 or 2 RQEs close to me, and she was just she just was too out of shape to try to do that. But we went up first time trip to Autumn Oaks. We got to meet Ben Sheets, in person while we was up there walking around. We hunted Friday night up there. Had a plus point cast win. So had I had her qualified, when I come out of Autumn Oaks for the World, me and Logan Rose would have been tied for first for Triple Crown. So congratulations, Logan. It's long past overdue, but congratulations, buddy. I did text him or message him that after they said he won it. So congratulations to him. I know that's something he'd been working at, so that was awesome. But we had a great trip to Autumn Oaks for the first time. The weather was beautiful. The hunting was terrible. I have hunted in a lot of places, but we didn't go very far from the fairgrounds, and it was so thick we had to crawl in places. Angel treed the only coon on the cast that we could see, so she ended up with a plus point cast win there. And then we didn't hunt Saturday night. We come home or headed home. It was that trip tried to get put off and stopped in more ways than one. Bought a truck. Transmission went out in my truck. Truck's in the shop. Truck was supposed to be fixed. 10 o'clock the night before we were supposed to leave. Truck was supposed to be ready. Something wasn't right. It was just a nightmare. We ended up renting a truck and going. And we had a good time. My wife went with me, and we ended up meeting Mr. Craig and Elizabeth Pickens while we were up there. So that was good. And being I'm talking about Autumn Oaks, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my guest and introduce her to you because it's my wife. And we're going to talk about puppies here in just a minute. And she is, I wouldn't raise puppies without her because it's too much work. So here she is. Tina. She's live and on the air now, so they can hear you. So we went to Autumn Oaks. What did you think about Autumn Oaks the first time, if you were into that kind of thing?
Oh, I loved it. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
It was a really good time. Like you said, the weather was beautiful.
Yeah, they
I
say it's
enjoyed
usually
talking. Yeah.
really hot. They said it's
Oh.
usually really hot, but it was really
no.
nice. Matter of fact, it was so cold Friday morning,
Yeah.
you ended up buying a jacket
Yeah.
because it was cold.
Yeah. That's my favorite jacket.
And then, Brett and Daniels and Garrett Miller had to tell us about the candle factory.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, so we went to candle
But
factory.
being out there was really fun to get to see the passion in all the people and that they enjoyed the hunting like you do.
Yeah, well, I would like to hunt more, but that don't always work out. But anyway, we went to Autumn Oaks. We had a great time. The trip, really trying to go pressed us whether we were going to be able to get it done or not because, like I said, the truck issues we had.
What?
And the other truck, I blowed the motor in the other truck. So, yeah, it was a mess. Matter of fact, we just
We
now...
had a blowout right before we got there.
Yeah,
We
on
had
a
almost made it.
brand new rental truck, had a
Yeah.
blowout on the side of the interstate. So that was another nightmare. We were trying to get there. We were both tired. Angel was, you could tell she was getting aggravated in the back seat, and she's just not a dog that does that. She's as easygoing as any dog I've ever had, and you can tell when she gets agitated, and she's kind of a drama queen a little bit too sometimes. But anyway, we ended up getting there. Well, we get to the hotel like 10:30 Thursday night, something like that. Way later than I wanted to be. And me and Mr. Craig talked several times a week, even to today. And just meeting him and Miss Elizabeth and Veronica up there, I mean, I think it just kind of sealed a friendship that would be there for years. And I'm going to get Craig hemmed up, and me and him are going to talk some dogs on here because he's been around the sun a few times more than I have, and I know he's got some stories, and he's got some really nice squirrel dogs, and I know he's got one good coon dog for sure out there. Because as y'all didn't hear in that list of dogs I have, I do not have Creeper anymore. Craig had got hurt. I bought Creeper back. He was missing him, so ended up selling him back to Mr. Craig. So Creeper is in North Carolina, and I don't know that you could pry him away from Craig. So he really likes him, and he's got a pup out of Creeper and Angel out there that he really likes, and I've got some really good reports on that litter of puppies as far as dogs starting early, treeing coons. I think it was a good cross, so especially for her first cross. In that time of all of that, Angel had her puppies. I had my little brindle feist, or my mini plots as I call them. My little lead dog here that I had took her. Me and Tina went to Mr. Todd Cole's, and we bred her to his bruiser dog down there. Beautiful little brindle male dog that he had. Looks just like my old Ledoux dog. And so we went down there and bred her to him. She had 8 puppies. Yeah, 8 puppies. And all of them lived. She had 3 girls, 5 boys, and my son James, he was wanting one, and he got one. He's got a little dark brindle male he calls Taz, and I think he's gonna make a whale of a squirrel dog. He's really coming on. He'll catch squirrels on the ground, and he's triggering them. He's really doing good. And Brett, of course, got Linda. He got one of the females. And then Keith, Lord forgive me, I can't remember his last name, but he got a little female. Her name's Polly, and she's in Alabama, close to Troy, I believe, which is not far from where we're from originally. She's, I think, made a really nice dog. And then Todd told me he hunted with a dog that he thought was going to make a really nice pup. He was really impressed with. So, got real good reports on that. And we kept a male and a female. Ledoux 2 and a little female we called Tink. And that little female, she was the run of the litter. She was a dark brindle like James's Taz dog. And she was making a real squirrel dog at a very young age. I'm talking, we'd go down to National Forest, and when you unsnapped her, you better not unsnap her unless you wanted to go hunting, because she was fixing to get gone and get treed somewhere.
Yeah, she was a sport.
Unfortunately, in that time frame, after the puppies was weaned, Lee got, I don't know, half a mile over here behind the house, behind this old dairy, and I guess she got to running a rabbit and run it in a pipe and got her head hung, and she ended up passing away, unfortunately, and our neighbor finally found her, and we went and got her and buried her. And Tink was about 6 months old, probably.
Yeah.
And these dogs, for hunting, I've never had dogs like this. From the very first one I ever got from Todd Sellers several years ago to now, these dogs are super smart, and you can keep them in the house. They'll go hunting. They want to be your buddy. They listen to you. Sometimes it's some trials in between there, but overall they're pretty smart little dogs. And we had let Tink out one morning, and we hunted and couldn't find her. And she would go hunting, but usually around here you didn't have to go that far to tree a squirrel. And my neighbor, about a half a mile, maybe 3/4 mile down the road here, called and said, you got those little brindle dogs?" And I said, "Yes, sir." And he said, "Well, I'm sorry to tell you, but your little dog has been killed by an eagle over here." And I guess an eagle swooped down and hit her. And of course, she didn't. I think when I took her to the vet, she weighed like 17 pounds
Yeah,
or
she was
16 pounds.
smallest.
She was small, real
She's the
small.
smallest one in the litter.
Anyway, it broke her neck. So we had to bury her. Well, in that time frame, the male dog that I had kept, I decided I liked the little female because she was doing so good, and I sold the male. And I really, I mean, I was kind of, and I'm still waiting around on Todd to get a female pup out of some of his stuff that I can get from him, but that's been a trial also. He's had a couple of litters and only had one female so far, but he's got a couple more females to breed. But um, in the meantime, I kind of waited and waited and waited, and I just really missed having one of them little dogs around, and so I ended up. It just worked out where a gentleman had got the male dog that I had kept, and he had some life issues come up and couldn't keep him anymore, and I was able to get him bought back, and we went last weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went last weekend to Tulsa and met him and got him picked up and got him brought back here, and I think he's fit right in just like he ain't never left. So.
He's down there on the couch.
Yeah, he may be on the couch. And while we were in Oklahoma, we come back through to the Cheyenne Cummins Memorial Benefit Hunt there at Quapaw, and man, they had a good crowd. I was really encouraged to see the amount of coon hunters that come out to support Cheyenne. He's a great, great guy. I don't think of all the people I've been around coon hunting. I don't know of one person that's ever said a bad word about Cheyenne. So to see that many people show up in his honor and help them out. If you didn't know, Cheyenne had a pretty massive heart attack. They had posted on Facebook, so I don't think it's a secret. And I seen Tyler Compton had posted on Facebook a video, and I think he said they raised right around 20,000 for them. So that was great. I did hunt my young dog in it, but my hunt lasted about 10 minutes, and I withdrew because she looked like junk. But she is a nice little dog. I don't know what her problem was that night,
other than mad when you got back to the truck.
Other than I hadn't been hunting her as hard as I should be hunting her to get her ready for a hunt like that. But boy, she looked rough. Like I said, I think I walked to 2 trees, and on the second one I said, "I'm done. I'm going to the truck," and I withdrew, and I was back in short order.
Oh yeah.
We thought it was going to be home 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and we was home by midnight. Yeah. So it was a quick turnaround, but it was all good. It was all in good fun, and it was a great cast I was on. Nothing with those guys. And we ate really good at the benefit. Man, they had some great barbecue.
Oh yeah.
And we did get a weed eater. I needed a weed eater bad. We got it. Mr. Ronnie Smith, he was giving me what for in the bidding, but in the end, I took it home. Let's just put it that way. We're going to leave it at that. I took it home. I
started to say, only because he let you.
But anyway, that's kind of a rough update. I may talk some more about some things that we've done in there. I did go to the Winter Classic this year for the first time since me and you went, when the Winter Classic was in Albany, Georgia. And I don't know how long they've had it moved, but it's been a long time.
Yeah.
Last time we went, we had to stay in the Shoot 'em Up Hotel.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Maybe that's a story we'll tell another time. But I took Angel to the Winter Classic. I did buy an entry for the Pro Slam, and she would have been in the Final Four. Nothing she did. It was 100% me, because I got twisted up on my rules.
100%.
100%. Every dog in the cast should have been scratched except for her, and I messed up. It wasn't none of them guys' fault. It was 100% me. I should have said something. I'm not blaming anybody but me. That dog deserved to be in the Final Four, and and I don't brag on a lot of dogs, but I'm telling you, she can tree coons. She is a coon treer. She's in heat right now, and no, she's not getting bred. She's qualified for the world hunt this year, and we are having the world hunt zones right down the road
Yeah.
here in Chadwick. How Brett pulled that off, I don't know, but
He has his ways.
yeah, it's that big money part. um, but we're going to be hunting her in the zone, so she's not getting bred. She's locked up in the pen right now. So, all right, I've rambled now for 20 minutes. So now we're going to talk about what the subject for tonight is, and that's raising puppies. And I could not, I would not, and I would not want to do it without the help of my wife, because you can raise puppies multiple ways, and you can just let them have them, and what happens happens. And if that's the way you want to do it, that's fine. But when we've ever had a litter of puppies from back 20, I can't even believe I'm saying this, 25, 26 years ago, we used to raise puppies and take to the Winter Classic. And from back then, we do stuff different now, more attentive, I think, now than we was even then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's many ways you can do it. But my wife, when we're gonna start talking about Angel first. When Angel went into labor, you was out there with her.
Oh yeah.
And she was with her pretty much through the whole thing.
I pull up a chair.
Yeah, yeah. We went to Dog and Hunt Supply. We bought a really nice insulated dog house. We bought a cane pad, and I had never used a cane pad before. We'd never used one, right?
No.
But I won't raise a litter of puppies without it no more. That was nice. But anyway, we bought a really nice dog house, and I built a puppy rail, and we put it in there. And we put the cane pad in there, and she started having puppies, and it was a mess. And trying to get it clean and trying to get the puppies clean, it was just it was a mess. But we'll talk about some products that we found that will help us going forward, that did help us when we had our lead puppies. So leading up to that, of course, we got Angel bred. Prior to her having the puppies, does it say on that list how far prior we started Oxymama? This stuff you can order, the products that I'm going to talk about, you can order on Revival. That's where I order from.
7 to 10 days prior to whelping.
Yeah.
You started her on the Oxymama chews.
Okay. Yeah. So Tina took care of making sure she had those Oxymamas. Of course, we wormed her with Safeguard pretty heavily.
Mm-hmm.
And
give her red meat.
We give her some beef liver.
Yeah.
And we increased her feed. And of course, real briefly, Keith Dotson does not sponsor this podcast, but when I posted this today, he was one of the first ones to jump on there and say this is an awesome tree dog podcast. So Mr. Keith, I appreciate you saying that. And if you're looking for a quality dog food, Extreme Dog Fuel is a great product, and they have a great guy that stands behind it. Look them up, extremedogfuel.com. Call down there if Mr. Keith will talk to you, answer any questions that you have. And I just look forward to continue to build a relationship with him. He's been great and helpful to me, and they just have a great product they stand behind.
Something I've noticed too is people will jump on there and be quick to say, well, it tore my dog's stomach up when I first tried it.
Yep.
But it will if you swap a dog without slowly changing it out and giving them time to get adjusted to that.
And another thing to go along with that same thing is my oldest son has a lab, and we got her swapped over on the 2618 because it has some stuff to help with joints and stuff like that. and they tried swapping her, even mixing it 3 or 4 times, and it just messed her stomach up terrible. And so we would talk about it. We was trying to figure out what was going on. Well, when you swap these dogs over to this food, you're probably going to have to cut what you've been feeding in half.
Yeah.
Because if you overfeed them, it will tear their stomachs up. And that's what I see 90% of the time. Guys say, well, I had a big gulp cup from the Casey's gas station, and that's what I was feeding 2 of those a day to my dog. Well, if that's what you was feeding, you probably need to cut that in half and try that. And then build it back up to wherever your dog needs to be. But I can tell you right now,
it's so rich.
with Angel, she will swell up like a whale if you ain't careful when you're feeding her, especially if you're not hunting her hard. She's an easy keeper, and she will get fat. I had to jerk some weight off of her before the RQE I got her qualified for, and she'll get big on you quick. And their 30-20 will really pack the pounds on that little male pup I got out there. He's run loose most of his life, and we were feeding him 30-20, and he was just growing and growing and growing. And I ended up taking him off, putting him on 24-20 for a while, and now he's back on the 30-20 because I'm fixing to put him in the pup pen. But I mean, he just grows and grows and grows. I mean, he's big as a horse almost.
He's the Steven Special.
Yeah, he is the Steven Special. Anyway, this ain't about dog food. I just want to real quickly give a plug to Extreme Dog Fuel. I am a dealer for them. If you're in Southwest Missouri, Northwest Arkansas, Eastern Oklahoma, get with me. I can get you dog food by the ton. I can get it by the bag. Just get with me, and we'll get it worked out to get you some. On with the puppies. Where we at on the list? We're Safeguard,
Day 7 to 10.
Yeah, 7 to 10.
Prior to the whelping, you do the Oxymama and the Safeguard, and we kept them on the increase of the red meat as well.
Yeah, and if you can get beef liver, Brett's talked about this on here a bunch. Y'all know he's kind of fanatically crazy about stuff like this, but that beef liver, he's made me a believer in it. I really, really like it. And another product I want to talk about is, well, we'll talk about that in a second. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I get sidetracked and start running rabbits here.
We start the beef livers usually about 2 weeks prior. Yeah.
So now we're up today on she's going to have puppies, and
24 hours.
We marked it on the calendar when she was bred. We counted the daytime, and I think we was dead on the money, weren't we?
We were, yeah.
So,
but we keep everything documented. I'm a calendar girl. I like everything on a calendar wrote down, so I know what I'm doing. Yeah,
the only thing I would have done different, and it's not necessary, but we did do it with the feist, and it just was a peace of mind, was I took her up to our vet and had her x-rayed, and we knew how many puppies was coming. That could be an unnecessary expense, but the peace of mind at the end of knowing, okay, she's done, that was, I like that. With Angel, we was like, is she done? Because my God, how many more is she going to have?
I'm a little undecided on that. I'm thinking.
Because we had a box full of puppies with Angel.
Yeah.
So she's undecided. Me, I'm thinking it was worth the money with my feist. So we're at the day. She's going to have the puppies. I had to work, but Teen stayed here, and we have Oracal, and we give her Oracal. Did you give it before or after the first? After the first, right?
Right. Well, no, I gave it to her when she started labor, and we could tell with the heavy panting and stuff that she was definitely in labor. So I went ahead and gave her first dose.
Yeah, that's right. So
after her temperature drops, what is that? 99? It drops.
I don't know. Is it on the sheet?
99. Yeah.
So that's the other thing. Few days ahead of time, I mean, this may be overboard to some of y'all, but we're checking temperatures, and we got this paper printed out. I'll do my best to link this in the show notes or post it where people can see it. But we're literally writing temperatures on this paper, probably for 5 days or 6 days ahead of time. I mean, we had a whole list of temperatures wrote out, and I was temperaturing her twice a day.
Yeah.
AM and PM. And that's a little overboard. You probably don't have to do that, but we want to know when she's going to have puppies, because I don't want to get up for one, I want to raise a good quality puppy. For two, if she's going to have them, I want her to be able to raise them. I want to know what kind of mama she's going to be, because I have plans of some stuff to breed her to in the future that may not be cheap. So I want to make sure she's going to take care of the puppies, can raise the puppies, that type of thing. So we temperatured her for about 5 or 6 days ahead of time.
When her temperature dropped, she was definitely in labor.
Yep.
Her temperature dropped. We did the first dose of 7 cc's of Orcal.
Yes. So, and then as she had the puppies, in between every puppy, we give her the Orcal. You ain't got to fight them. They just lick it right up. No problem, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was easy.
So here's where I'm going to tell you about this other product that Big Money didn't know nothing about, that we figured out on our own. So she starts having these puppies, and I don't want to get graphic, but I mean, it was just nasty. There was a lot of liquid, and it was more than she could clean up. So after this litter, we had the Feist litter, but prior to that, I run across this, and it's from a website called Easy Whelp. Revival, Easy Whelp, none of them sponsor us, but they got a good product, so I'm going to tell you about it. And we ordered, they're called Easy Whelp Quick Dry Pads, Heavy Absorbent Blue. And we use them things today all the time. I mean, they may be the greatest thing we've ever found when it comes to that. And we'll never have puppies again without those. And they really do.
And they clean up nice in the washing machine. You just toss them in the washing machine and dryer. You fold them up, and you're ready to go again.
Yeah. What do we got? 8?
Yeah.
I think. So we can use 4 and wash 4.
Yeah.
So we didn't have that with Angel. But anyway, we got it through. We took all the puppies out. That dog house we bought from Dog and Hunt Supply come from Troy. Sorry, I can't remember his name. Anyway, he's got the Beagles on Facebook. I'm sure people have seen him on there. That's a great dog house, and it cleaned up great after we got the puppies out. So, puppies are born. Everything's cleaned up. Cane pads put in. Where are we at now on the list? You don't know?
No.
You're supposed to know.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Then we started the penicillin.
Yeah.
The penicillin mama. And then start the calcium pills and the plasma.
No, we didn't do plasma.
Plasma pups.
We didn't do plasma, but I will say this.
You have it on the list?
Yeah, I know, but we didn't
for
use
day 1 and day 2.
We didn't use plasma.
What did we use?
We didn't use anything.
Just did the penicillin mama?
We just done the penicillin and kept doing the
and
oxymama.
The calcium pill. Okay.
And the calcium.
Yeah.
Doc Roy's calcium.
Okay.
So this was Angel's first litter, and I probably panicked a little bit, but she wasn't really producing the amount of milk that I thought she needed to.
Oh my Lord.
For that many puppies. And I mean, it was like no milk hardly coming out. So I am now a dealer for Elite Nutrition. I can get any of their products if you need it. Again, they don't sponsor. I'm just a dealer for them. But I tell you one thing. I ordered their canine lactate in the paste, and I think you're supposed to give them 5 cc's 3 times a day or something like that. We give her 5 cc's, and the milk started running like a milk cow.
We had to back off of that.
Yeah, we had to quit.
Yeah.
Because she she'd lay down and milk just pour everywhere.
Yeah.
That stuff worked. So that we will have that around always when we have puppies from now on, just in case.
But be careful how you use it, because
Yes.
it works so well that
If I was doing it again, because I think we give her 2 doses. No, we end up giving her a whole tube. We ended up giving her all 3 doses. But by the second day, she just walked and looked like a water sprinkler.
yeah, she was miserable.
So I'd be careful with that. I'd probably give your dog 5 cc's and just move on, because the milk will come. So that's another good product to use, or to have on hand, whenever you have puppies. And another one is the puppy ASAP that they carry, the paste that they have. That's another good one also. So we give her that. She starts producing milk. All the puppies are good. One ended up dying on us the same day, but we had to go to church, and we think that one somehow got underneath her, maybe.
Not real sure.
We're not real sure.
Yeah.
So the puppy rail was in there, and we're not real sure. But anyway, we got 11 puppies. So you don't have to do this, but we have a scale, and we start weighing puppies. And really, the reason why I like doing that is because I want to know, is that puppy growing? Is it missing something? Is there something else we need to do? Again, I want to provide a good quality puppy. When I sell someone a puppy, or somebody gets a puppy from us, I want them to know, that we've done everything in our power to make sure they're getting a good, healthy puppy, from day one. And we go through and we start weighing. We want to make sure they're growing, because it can be hard to tell if they're gaining weight or not. So we started weighing them, and I don't remember, we didn't weigh them every day. It was like, every other day, or every 3 or 4 days?
Yeah, every 3 or 4 days. And there was a couple that we were eyeing because they were small, and you had some that was really chunky, and we was wanting to make sure everybody was getting their food.
But everybody was gaining weight.
Oh, yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
In that time frame, we give the puppies, I ordered, basically it's Nemex, but it's parental pomate from Revival. You can get a big jug of it, and you don't have to give as much as you do with the Nemex, and it works great. Worm the puppies, that's at about 2 weeks. We have on the list, send off for papers for UKC, PKC on week 1. That's up to you. Y'all know how UKC is. If you want to get your papers back by the time they're weaned, you better get them off. We'll just leave that at that. Cut the puppy's toenails. That's just so they don't cut mama up when they're trying to nurse. 3 weeks, we wormed the puppies again, and we did start them off on
lamb's milk.
We bought a little grinder.
Yeah.
I was crushing it with a hammer. That was a mess. That was a nightmare. Don't do that. Go to the dollar store, buy a grinder, cheap grinder that you can throw away, or whatever.
Coffee grinder.
Yeah, something. We done that. We went down the road and we bought some lamb's milk, and boy, they took that like hog like slop. I mean, they just got after it. We took the 30-20. It's already a small kibble. We put it in that grinder. We grinded it to a dust almost.
Yeah.
And and did you warm the milk?
No. We kept it at room temperature. We'd bring it out and just let it sit.
Yeah. So, and that's what we did with it. We mixed it up, and they took right to it. They ate. At 5 weeks, let's see. At 4 weeks, we start worming with Safeguard, the pups. We clip the toenails again.
Yeah.
At 6 weeks, we worm the pups 3 days in a row with Safeguard. We did not do the paste for coccidiosis. We did, however, do at 6 weeks. All of them got Neopar shots. Again,
for the parvo. Yeah.
You can order that through Revival, and I ended up buying the big pack because I knew I was going to have this other litter. 7 weeks, worm the pups. Then they, of course, get their 5-way shots at 8 weeks. Yeah. Worm the pups. And then for Angel, we did decrease the food a little bit to try to start pulling some weight off of her. I did not. There's on here to say feed Miracle half a can per day. I didn't do that. But what we did do is to get her drawed up, and she drawed up really nice and tight and looks good. Is we just went, where'd you go, dollar store, I guess?
Yeah.
And bought Preparation H, just regular old Preparation H,
Yeah.
and just rubbed it on her belly, and it really helped tighten and draw her up. We have lots of barbed wire fences that we cross here, and we have to hunt around. So that was a good thing. We kind of doctored her up, and
that was new for me. I had not heard of that before, but it really did work.
Yeah, and it drawed her up. At 12 weeks, you give another 5-way shot, worm a safeguard. 16 weeks, 7 or 9-way shot, worm a safeguard. That's up to you. You figured the shot thing out on your own. The parvo, the neopar thing, I think that's a have to for me. The other things, I guess, is kind of up to your discretion. So,
but the pup stayed happy and healthy, beautiful. Yeah. Mom did good and healed up.
Yeah, all the puppies, when they left here, they were in great health. They looked good, fat, slick, like little butterball turkeys. And I was trying to think. I took Craig's. Took 2. He's got his one. A boy in Virginia's got his other one, and he's fixing to get another one out of that litter.
The boy or Mr. Craig?
The boy. And then another boy in India ended up getting a male dog, and a guy from Illinois ended up getting a female. And I haven't got reports on all of them. I know there's one in Oklahoma last time I talked to the guy, never been hunted with another dog and was treeing coons by itself. Big old blue male dog we had. So I think all of them turned out great. When we moved to the Feist, that was a different setup because she was our house if it has blood in it, she'll kill it type dog. Because it don't matter what it was, she'd get after it seriously. When we had her, I have this little fold up pen it's great to take with us on trips.
And we put
put dogs in it. But we laid those blue pads on the ground. You actually got in the pen on the floor with her, right?
Yeah, she had those puppies in my lap.
And she had her 8 puppies.
Yeah.
Cleanup was easy. You just pick the pad up, throw it in the wash machine, like you said, dry it, throw another one out. Yeah, I mean, that we were ready. We were prepared. We had things kind of how we know we wanted to do it. And I think when we do it again, we'll be even more prepared and have a better idea of things. One of the things that I don't remember when we done it, but we added cedar chips to the dog house up there for the pups.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 or 4 days or so. I don't remember what it was now. Maybe in a week. That helped with, liquid and stuff like that too. But and it was easy to clean up when it was done. So those are some things we do. And you may say, "My God, that sounds like a lot of work." Well, it is, and
they're an investment.
We sold them way too cheap. We wanted them. we couldn't keep them all. We will probably never sell puppies that cheap again because it is too much work. My wife had way too many hours up there dealing with puppies for us to sell them that cheap. So whoever got them, that's the last ones that'll leave here at that price. So by the time you buy some of this stuff, by the time you pay to register all of them in UKC, super stakes that litter, you've got quite an investment, in these pups before they ever going to make a dog, before you ever even going to know anything really a whole lot about them. If you do it this way. Again, people just have them, and what happens, but I just don't believe you get as good of a pup. And we walked around at Autumn Oaks, and some of them pups look pretty rough. That was up there. There's no way I would have bought them. So, you have to do what you feel right about doing. And if I'm going to sell a pup, I'm going to make sure it's a healthy pup that somebody's going to get. And I don't want no issues down the road. And I have not got one complaint from any pup out of the 2 litters that we sold. So that's kind of what we do, for pups. Hopefully, we're coming into June here. English Day's around the corner. Of course, we're not going to be there. Angel's in heat. My other dogs do in heat anytime. So that kind of put the kibosh on English Days for us. even though Angel is qualified for the Invitational, but that don't matter. She's in heat, so she can't go. We probably, I think, we've talked about it a little bit about making the trip back to Autumn Oaks this year. May go a little bit early, may actually hunt the Labor Day Classic and then go over to Autumn Oaks. Me and Angel will for sure be hunting in the UKC World Zones, being there right here at the house. So we'll definitely be doing that, and I don't know what other things we're going to do. Of course, I hunt a lot of PKC, and that's just some of the stuff that I'm going to be doing through the summer. But I just, I want to get on here, get an episode done. I'm gonna work on getting this edited and getting it out to y'all. Probably, this is on a Thursday, so probably next week. And I wanted, this is something people had asked about, exactly how we done puppies. Now that we've done it this way twice with both those females, and this is the way we will do it in the future. I wanted to get on here and talk about it, give y'all kind of an idea of what we go through. And it sounds like a lot, and it is a lot. And I wanted, like I said, get an episode put together and put out while I'm working on getting some interview stuff lined up and getting those recorded. So I appreciate everybody that commented on the post. If you have recommendations of people for me to interview or topics you want to hear talked about, please send them to me through Facebook Messenger, the Coonhound Collective. Send me an email, thecoonhoundcollective@gmail.com, and I'll try. It may take me a few days to respond, but I will respond to you, and we'll see if we can get it, worked out to get that guest on. Not every guest is going to get on that's recommended. It just don't work out. People have lives, they have schedules. I have a life, I have schedules. I run a company. My son, thankfully, has stepped in and really helped me out this year and is kind of taking some things over. So hopefully I'm going to have some time to be able to do this. Hopefully, I can travel and do some of these in person. I would like to. That costs money. I don't make a dime off of this, really. So this is just something I enjoy doing besides coon hunting and working and everything else that we have doing, just life going on, grandbabies and whatever else. So, and you're probably going to hear some podcasts from some people that maybe used to coon hunt, that squirrel hunts now, and maybe they just squirrel hunt. So this is the Coonhound Collective, but there may be some, we talk about tree dogs, so there may be some other subjects in there. And I would really like to talk to, I don't care if they've ever been in a competition hunt a day in their life, but somebody that coon hunts regularly off of mules. I truly want to talk to somebody about that. I like to hear their story. That's something as a young person I got to do, and I really enjoyed it, and I think it's such a cool idea, especially where we live. My wife's over here shaking her head, but we have a lot of national forests that's rough that you can ride mules in. But I'd really like to talk to somebody, get them on the podcast. So if somebody knows anybody out there, can give me their contact information or can talk to them, see if they're willing to take an hour or so of their time and talk to me on here about it, that would be great. That's a subject I really would like to talk to somebody about. With that being said, I think we're where we can kind of shut this thing down. I thank you for being on here talking about puppies.
You're welcome.
Maybe next time we'll talk about coon hunter wives. What do you think about that?
Sure.
So, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, whatever you're listening to us on, Apple, Spotify, whatever platform you're listening to us on, if there's a way to rate the show, please, please, please rate the show. Give us a 5-star review. Drop a few lines. I'm going to go through the Apple podcast thing, make sure there's no reviews that people left that I missed, and I'll be reading those as we go on air. Send me an email, tell me you enjoy the show. We'll read it on here, and I guess that'll wrap it up for tonight, and we'll catch y'all next time. Thanks, guys, for listening to the Coonhound Collective podcast today. We really appreciate you taking your time out of your day to listen to the podcast. If you don't mind, head over to Facebook and give us a like, and head over to Instagram and give us a follow. It's both at the Coonhound Collective. Also, if you would like to reach us here at the Coonhound Collective, you can reach us at thecoonhoundcollective@gmail.com. If there's someone that you would like to hear on the podcast or a product that you would like to hear talked about, please send it to thecoonhoundcollective@gmail.com. Thanks again. Have a great day.